From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He's got room to run right at the start. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Smith to Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Gino. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll be taken down. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Once again, it's Barkley. Now a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Third and 9. Man in motion is Brown. On third down, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll be third down.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
On third down, here's Hurts. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 14, Seahawks 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Once again, it's Walker. Walker, first down and more. And he's going to take this all the way home. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Contact up front, and they get one of the defenders to jump. And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for two. They'll run with Walker. And he's into the end zone again. It's the octopus. He's got the long run for 6 and punches in the 2. All 8 points for good measure. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out. And he goes nowhere, buried back at the 15-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The second down throw is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake, it's a sack.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs. Sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
Does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
Got this one complete to Goddard. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. On first down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man, his tight end, Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Again, Hurts. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Smith now to throw on first down. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's going to try it here again. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. This time they stay on the ground. Walker, first down and more. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So a very tight first half, a 1-point game here at the break as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Now a return coming from the 14. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. First down, they'll keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now a give to Walker, running right. The Seahawks are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss of 2.
They'll go with him again. And he's got another one. is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Hurts working in the pistol. But all the time he could, but he finally is taken down. They need one right now. 3rd and long. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
With that much time, you just can't ask your secondary to hold up. The defensive front has to do a better job. First, keep the quarterback in the pocket. Don't let him extend the play outside of it. And then secondly, you got to get that ball out of his hand, because when you let him hold it for that long, big plays are going to come.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now, 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Off and he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the 2, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They go with Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Walker. And he will take this down, close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. They'll stick to the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Gino. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there...
And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time. But what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Second down throw for Hurts. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. No louder place than here in Seattle before 3rd down. Here we go. One final play. defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Well, let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down by Reek Woolen. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Lamar off the play fake. Headed out right. He's running with it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. pick. And the Seahawks take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Pressure comes, Smith. Taken in by Noah Fant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Smith on first down. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he is able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
This is Walker on second. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down, Smith to throw. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Walker now from the gun. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. This one goes for 3 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. And he's into the red zone on that run, down to the 18. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Seahawks with the football. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Myers' kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So it'll be 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Throwing again is Lamar. Chased out to, and after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. They're going for this. He's trying another one deep. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll give up the gut to Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming for Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st down, here's Lamar. He's loaded another one up. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Gets everything he has under this throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks will start with it in the fourth after an interception to end the quarter. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Motioning the tight end now. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. From the gun, Smith. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Now here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
It's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. Jackson throwing for it. Escapes the pocket. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
They go play action. Here's Smith. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Running back sent in motion. 4th down, Smith. He sends this one to the end zone. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He beams one deep right side, and they pick him off again. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Offense up to the line fast. Smith back to throw. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 50.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go here in Baltimore. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A second down throw for Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
A first down throw for Jackson. Taking off, and the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
2nd and goal. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Extra point try now for Tucker. The kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Smith. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks are on the board. It's now 14-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Jackson now to throw on first down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
From the pistol, Smith sending it downfield for Fant. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
Now a second down throw for Smith. He's going to look downfield once again. To the goal line and in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Fowler. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. On play action. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Seahawks scoop it up. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Throwing is Smith. And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force fourth down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Sims now on the return. He has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
On first down, here's Gino to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll come up here on second down and 5. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on second down. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half.
Second down, Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Smith to throw on first down. Big strides. Look at him go. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of...
That one is caught beyond the pylon. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Step it up.
Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Play action now. Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first and 10, here's Smith. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
on the ground, here's Henry. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. Now, Jackson. Now he'll run. And he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will even their score. It's now 21 all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A 1st down throw for Smith. Again, working deep downfield. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll take a knee, and they'll take the ball at the 30-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to run it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Flowers with the catch. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Here's Jackson. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Bateman is the motion man. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run, and here's Henry. Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens have come back to level things. It's 28 all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. Smith-Njigba left side. He's got it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Smith now to throw on 1st down. Taking the deep shot for Smith-Njigba. Big opening up the middle. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only did they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6. But to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Gino now on 1st and 10. Now, right on the heels of the pick six, he is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
They'll drop to throw. There he goes again.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he's trying to get to the pylon, but won't get there. Marked out right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job defensively, Mike. Not only to blanket the receivers and give the quarterback nowhere to go with the ball, but then when he tucks it down, being able to force him out wide to the sideline and get him out of bounds, great job by the defense.
Henry tries to pull his way in. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Walker. And he's got it to the 14-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On first down is Smith. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Jackson now to throw on first down. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rayshon Jenkins.
I got to be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
Smith. He's going to try it here again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.